Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome to our drama workshop. I'm going to wait just a second to see if any more people are going to be joining. And then we're just going to get going. Great, okay. I'm going to start right now. So, good morning and welcome to our next drama workshop. I hope that you have had a really good week, and I hope that you had a look at our made to make with Sarah earlier on in the week, and you had lots of fun making all of your letters and sending them to your neighbours and the people that you're missing. Today we are going to be looking at the story that was on Nimbus Stories last night. So if you haven't watched that, do go back and watch it after this workshop, or maybe you want to watch it now so you know a little bit about what the workshop is about. Hey Abby, hey Bella, really lovely to see you this morning. I hope that you're ready to do some drama and create some more videos for me, because I've really enjoyed those. Thank you so much. So we are going to be thinking about when, if you haven't seen the story yet, there was a crowd of people in a room all together, all there to listen to Jesus. And there was, good morning everybody, hello, good morning. And this crowd of people, morning Julie, hi. This crowd of people were all listening to Jesus. But then a group of friends who had a really poorly friend, their friend was paralysed, and that meant that they couldn't move their arms or their legs, and they really wanted them to be healed. So they took them to Jesus, but they couldn't get this person into the room. So they lowered them down through the ceiling to meet Jesus, where Jesus healed them. If you haven't listened to the story yet, please go back and listen and watch the Nimbus story from last night. But without further ado, I'm getting a bit cold in here again. So should we have our warm up? So if you're ready, stand up for me. I'm going to play the music and let's get going. Okay, different music today. So what I'd like us to do is have a really big stretch. First thing we're going to do, here we go. Stretch your arms as wide as you can. Very good. And we're going to stretch our legs as well this time. So big legs, here we go. Whoa, good. And the other way. Ooh, and maybe your back. Good. Even bigger. Whoa, and your faces. Good. Your whole body is ready for our shoulders. Let's go. Good. Along with the music. And our knees. Good. Great job. Our heads. And our shoulders. Morning everyone. And our knees. Hey Sophie. Hey Noah. Hi. Back to heads. Good. And shoulders. And to your knees. Very good. Final time to your head. Good. And shoulders. And knees. We're going to freeze in a minute. Ready for a big freeze. Big shocked faces. Good. And stretches again. Nice. And your whole body one more time. And the other way. Whoa. Good. Just faces. And arms. Back to shoulders. Yeah. Nice. Good. With your heads this time. Woo. And we're going to shake our whole bodies to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. And a big body shake, big body. Ready for our freeze. Shocked faces. And stretch. Good. You know the drill, the legs. And the other way. Good, just arms and faces. Just arms and faces. Good, and give yourself a big shake. Very good. Brilliant, well done. I hope that you're feeling lovely and warmed up now. Just freeze my music. Good. Okay, so we have warmed up. Good morning, Charlotte. Hi, I'm glad you're stretching. Hope you're our faces a lot. We were stretching our faces in that warm-up. We were stretching our bodies and we were moving around. That's because today we are going to be doing mainly lots and lots of big facial expressions while we explore this story. So keep your body moving, keep your facial muscles moving, because we're going to be using those in a bit. But first, we're going to play a little game, because I love games, as you know. So the game we're going to play, last session we did the fish game. This time there are 3 actions again. These are really simple. One is clap. The next one is jump. I can't jump because my ceiling is very low, as you can see, so I'm going to bend down. The next one is jump. Woo! So we've got clap, we've got jump, and then the final one is touch the floor. I can do that one. Touch the floor. Good. So we've got clap, we've got jump, and we've got touch the floor. Now I have here with me a drum that I've taken from my parents' house. So if you're watching, Mum and Dad, I've got your drum if you were looking for it. So when you hear the drum, I'd like you to move around your body and around your room. When the drum stops, I'm going to say either clap, jump, or touch the floor. Simple. Here we go. And one more thing. If the drum goes slow, you're going to move slow. If the drum goes quick, you're going to move quick. Are we ready? Show me that you're ready. Good. Hey, Barbara. Hi. Good morning. Hey, Mason. Have family. Hi. Good. So here we go. When the drum's going slowly, you're going to move slowly. Let's try the speed. So when it's moving quick, you're going to move quick. Clap. Did you clap? Or did you miss it? Clap. Good. Clap. Jump. Move. Good. Touch the floor. Touch the floor. Touch the floor. Clap. Clap. Move. Oh, we're going to move really slowly this time. Good. Oh, yeah, sorry, Mum. I've got the drum. Hope you don't mind me borrowing it. And let's move a bit quicker. Good. And jump. Jump. Clap. Jump. Touch the floor. Jump. Touch the floor. Jump. Touch the floor. Jump. Touch the floor. Go. Good. Can you move even quicker this time? Good. And freeze. Clap. Jump. Clap. Touch the floor. Good. Okay, we're going to mix it up because you're too good at that. This time, when I say jump, I want you to touch the floor. When I say touch the floor, you're going to jump. When I say clap, you're still going to clap. That one's nice and easy. So when I say jump, touch the floor. When I say touch the floor, jump. Here we go. Touch the floor. Oh, did you touch the floor? Jump. Good. Clap. And go. Last time, I'm going to get you to move really fast. As fast as you can move. And freeze. Good. Remember that game, because we are going to be playing that again in another one of our workshops. Now, we're going to think about the story. One thing we're going to look at today, I'm not going to do a lot of things with the characters. We're going to think more about a type of drama, because today we are going to create our own silent movies. That was an example there. Because silent movies are all silent. And they have really cool music behind them, which helps the story to move on. Now, in a silent movie, the actors will often use their faces really expressively to show what's going on. So we're going to do a little bit with our facial expressions this time. So what I'd like you to do is, I'm going to give you an emotion. We've done this before, and you're going to show me as big as you can with your faces that emotion. So first one is going to be shocked. As shocked as you can go, even bigger, even bigger. Good, I'm relaxed. Good morning, Amanda. Hi. Good. The next facial expression, emotion, is going to be, disappointed. That's quite a difficult one. Disappointed means when we feel really upset. Maybe that something hasn't happened or we can't do something. We feel really disappointed, really sad. So with your facial expression, show me that you're feeling really disappointed. 3, 2, 1. Oh. And I think you can go bigger than that, even bigger for me. 3, 2, 1. Good. So we had shocked, we had disappointed. I'm going to do a different emotion this time. This one is going to be worried. Because sometimes we feel really worried about things. And actually at the moment, you might be feeling worried in your situation that you're in. And I know in our story, the friends whose friend was paralysed, who couldn't move, was really worried about their friend. They were really worried that their friend wasn't going to get better. And they wanted to take him to Jesus. So you're going to show me your worried faces, thinking maybe you're like those friends who were worried about their friends. So show me that you're worried. 3, 2, 1. Good. And I think you can go even bigger than that, even more worried. 3, 2, 1. Good. Fantastic. Right, we're going to do one more, final one, because you're doing so well. This one is going to be amazed. Because when people saw that Jesus healed the man who had been paralysed, who couldn't move, they were amazed. They were so outstanding. They were amazed. So let's see our amazed faces. 3, 2, 1. Good. And even bigger for me. Maybe you could use your body with this one. Amazed that Jesus has just healed this man. 3, 2, 1. Good. Very good. Well done. Okay, so those are our emotions. Now, thinking a little bit about silent movies. Every good story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. You got it. Good. So our story here, the one that you might have watched already from Nimbus Stories yesterday, if you haven't, go back and watch it, has a beginning, a middle, and an end. So that is what we call our story arc. So the beginning of our story, the beginning is probably all the people listening to Jesus. All those people in that room, all crammed in, really tight, really close, trying to hear what Jesus has to say. Now, just have a little chat maybe if there's someone in your room, or maybe you just want to think in your head, have you ever been in a situation where you felt really crammed because there's so many people close to you? I can think of one situation that I've been in. One time I was on the train in London and it was really busy. I mean, I couldn't even, the doors opened, couldn't even get on the train because there were so many people, and I was close up to people just like this. So just have a chat with the person next to you. If there's someone in the room, maybe it's an adult, or maybe you've got a sibling with you, talk to them about a time when you felt really cramped. And if you can't chat with anyone because you're just by yourself for the moment, why don't you just tell me? I'm going to listen for a moment. Try and listen really hard so I can hear you. Good. Okay, so we've got a situation that we can think of in our heads of a time that we felt really cramped. So the beginning of our story, there's lots of people cramped up wanting to listen to Jesus. So we're going to do a little photograph, a freeze frame showing that beginning of our story. So this is what we call a freeze frame. That's like a little snapshot of a story where we see just one part of the story. So we're going to do the beginning of our story, feeling really cramped, but listening to Jesus. So I'm going to get my pretend camera out, ready to take a picture of you, a photo of you, and you're going to show me that beginning of our story. Are we ready? I'm going to count down from 3 and you're going to do me a freeze frame of that snapshot, of that freeze frame. So people listening to Jesus, but being very cramped. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. That is a great beginning of our story. Great job. Well done. So the middle of our story. So we know the beginning. There's lots of people listening to Jesus. The middle of our story. I think this part is probably where all of the friends of the person who's paralysed, the man who couldn't move, are trying to get him into this room to meet Jesus. And if you've listened to the story, this bit's really funny because they try and get him in the door. They can't get him in the door. They try and push him in the window. They can't push him in the window. They try and get him in the back door. and there's no room anywhere. So we're going to create a really fun picture for the middle using different levels. Now, levels are where we make low shapes, middle shapes, and high shapes with our bodies. So you're going to choose either a low shape, a middle shape, or a high shape to show me you being the friend who is trying to push or trying to get the man carrying them on their little mat into the room to see Jesus. I'm going to choose a low shape, but will your shape be a middle shape, a high shape, or a low shape like mine? So we're going to do our freeze frame, and then I'm going to take a photo. So this is the middle of our story, carrying the man in to see Jesus. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, and good. Stay there, stay frozen. I'm going to take a photo. 3, 2, 1. Very good, well done. So we've got the beginning of our story, the middle of our story, and then we're going to the end of our story. Very good. Now the end of our story, I think, is probably the most exciting bit, because it's when Jesus heals the man who couldn't move, who was paralysed, and all of a sudden he could stand up, he could roll his mat up, and he could walk, and he could move. And that was the first time he'd been able to do that for a really, really long time. So this photograph, this freeze frame, is going to be the man picking up his mat and walking off. Now, I want you to show me as big as you can in your body and in your facial expressions how excited he was. So we're going to create that photograph now together. Are we ready? The man who can now move. 3, 2, 1. Good, brilliant. Stay there. Oh, I forgot to take my photo. Let's go back to your freeze frame for the man that can move. 3, 2, 1. Very good, brilliant. So we've got 3 freeze frames: the beginning of our story, the middle of the story, and the end of our story. Now, we're thinking about silent movies. So in a moment, I'm going to leave you and you're going to have a go at this by yourself. Some of you sent in some videos of you doing your cookery programs last time, and that was brilliant. I absolutely loved your videos that you sent in. Thank you. So this time when you create your silent movie, I'd love to see some videos of these. Now, a silent movie, we know, has the story arc that we've been talking about, the beginning, the middle, and the end. But one thing that we spoke about earlier on is that there are no words. So in your silent movie, you already have 3 scenes. They're the freeze frames you have made: the beginning, the middle, and the end. What I would like you to do, your task for today, is to create 3 scenes which are silent, of you miming the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story. So your 3 scenes are: the place is really crowded, people are listening to Jesus. The middle is them being lowered in, the man being lowered through the ceiling or pushed in the door, whichever way you want to do it. And the final scene is going to be the man moving, going off. Now, I've got an example of some music which could be used for your silent movie. So just give me a second. I'm going to find that to show you, because our silent movie music is often piano music. Now, you might have heard this music before, because it sounds quite dramatic. So your silent movie needs to have big facial expressions, big moving, big movements, and maybe at some points you might do some freezes like we did in our warm-up. So there's some ideas for you of what you could do for your silent movie. Final idea, and then I'm going to leave you, because I asked you to bring to the workshop some paper and a big pen, and also some costume ideas of how you might want your characters from the story to look. Now, your costumes, you can put these on and create your different characters. Maybe your friends are really cool. Maybe the man who is paralysed wears a hat like we said the fisherman wore before. You can decide. Oh, my hairband's come off. You can decide what your characters are wearing to make it a bit more fun. And then also, with the paper, I have created some words on sheets of paper. Because in those moments where you do your little freezes of, I can't believe he's healed, or whatever you want to do, maybe you want to create some words so the audience can know what the characters are thinking. So this one here says, wow! And I've got another one I made. And it says, oh, if I can take it off. I spelt it wrong. Hopefully I've managed to put the E in and it's spelt right. Slowly but surely. Oh, I think that might be backwards. But it says slowly but surely because I think they lowered him through the ceiling. Slowly but surely. And can you see how I've decorated the sides to make it look really cool? So today I'm going to leave you here. And what I'd like you to do is create your own silent movie. Find background music to go behind it. Create some words so the audience know what the characters are thinking. And you're going to be making your movement really big. Facial expressions and body language so the audience can see what the characters were feeling and what's going on in your story. I really look forward to seeing some of your videos. Please send them in as you already have been doing because we're loving seeing your photos, your videos, so please do continue to send them in. And also, final little thing, later on today for adults, we're going to have, Sarah is doing another made to make, which will be a crafting thing for adults later on in the day. So please create your silent movie, send them to us. I hope you've had a lot of fun today, and I really hope that you have a lot of fun doing whatever you're going to create later on. I'll see you next week for some more Nimbus Collective fun. Spread the word and just enjoy creating. Thanks so much for joining me and I'll see you soon. Take care. Thank you. Bye.